Good morning, gang. Happy Sunday morning, hopefully. Been a crazy week, huh? Culminated last night, right as we were on the live stream, with all sorts of chaos going on in southern Kentucky. Another shooting, okay? We're starting to have a rash of these things. I mean, to give you this, in just this week, we had a highway shooting in Seattle where they're calling a spree shooting, where a guy driving around in a white Volvo shot 5 people on the highways in Seattle. They've caught that guy. We had the school shooting down in Georgia where, 4 people were killed and 9 people were injured. And then last night, and then of course there were a couple of other smaller school shootings in Michigan and Maryland, and God knows how many others that we don't know about. And then last night, of course, we had the I-75 shooting in Kentucky, which they're still looking for the guy, and apparently 6 people are injured, and they've got the highways closed. There's a manhunt going on, and as of 6 o'clock this morning, last news that I can find, they have not found him yet. They are cordoning off the area where they assume he is, and they will resume the search this morning as the sun comes up. Yeah, the country's gone a little crazy. I don't know. Could politics have something to do with it? Maybe. Could the economy have something to do with it? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe this guy had a fight with his wife or something. There's a million and one reasons why. We have no idea. We still don't know the reasons that the kid in Georgia shot up the school. I mean, they're saying, because he was gay and he was fighting for trans rights or whatever. It doesn't matter really what the reason is. Other than to put a stop to these people. The catch is, do you know what's going on? I'm going to give you just a clip. This is out of a CNN article from this morning. Okay, it's the last paragraph in an article. The story was talking about 2 ladies who were driving from New York to Knoxville, coming down I-75, and their back window all of a sudden busted out. They thought it was a rock or something like that. And it was like, was it a gunshot? It's like, I don't think it was a gunshot. But this is the part I want to talk about in the article, where it says, it wasn't until roughly an hour and a half later, Donato and her friend learned about the shooting. When they arrived at a friend's house, they noticed what appeared to be paint scrapes on the back of their car. Okay, the key in that is it wasn't until an hour and a half later. Now, if you were driving down I-75 yesterday and didn't know what's going on, weren't paying attention, okay, all of a sudden the highway's closed. What do we do? Okay, SHTF situation, guys, just giving you an example here. What do we do? These people here were apparently heading south, and do they know how to go around? I mean, maybe not, but the highway's blocked off. Okay, maybe there's detour signs in this situation. I doubt it, but possible. But in an SHTF situation, there's not going to be detour signs to show you how to go around a roadblock. Let's put it that way. All right, they're not going to tell you that. So you have to figure it out on your own. Maybe you've got an excellent sense of direction or whatever, and you can figure your way around through side streets, but this was 18 miles of highway shutdown in a very lightly populated area. This is all around London, Kentucky, which has a population of like 7,200 people. There's not going to be a whole lot of roads, and if they are, chances are they're country roads. But that's that point. How do you know? What if you are in your house Saturday night, watching a college football game or something last night, and you're oblivious to this going on. Do you have any way to monitor what activity that may be deadly to you at your disposal? Might be something worthwhile to look into as a prepper, okay? Police scanners, emergency scanners, weather scanners, anything like that would be a very, very valuable prep. And I'm going to give you a couple ideas, okay? This is one I have, okay? It's a Whistler, so it's a good brand. I got this for under $200, okay? Got it on Wellbots of all places, okay? So another thing I got from Elliot. No, we're not giving one away or anything like that. It's good, but as you can see, it's got an antenna, okay? It needs power, sure, get it. In an SHTF situation, all right, now that's got to pair with one of my generators to maintain what's going on. In an SHTF situation, I certainly want to know what's going on at a distance. Somebody was asking me last night about CB radios, and I said one of the best things about CB radios isn't necessarily transmitting information, but more of being able to receive information, because it's an open communication channel. You key in on a CB, and anybody who's on that channel within distance can hear you, okay? Advantage of a scanner is the police are working on secure networks. A scanner will pick them up, okay? However, you have the issue where there's a lot of scrambled scanner traffic. Some police departments may use a more sophisticated communication system, and you're not going to be able to get it. I agree, okay? You're not going to be able to pick up everything on something like that. Certainly. I'm not going to be able to pick up what's going on in London, Kentucky on something like that. With this range, I can hear the police activity in this side of my county. What's going to directly affect me, okay, or what's going on. You know, there's a house on fire somewhere. There's an active shooter somewhere. They're hunting a bear somewhere who's been through a house or whatever. I'm going to know those things by listening to this, by keeping this on. Great, okay, that's wonderful. But in an SHTF situation, you may need to know the bigger picture than something like that can provide. Like I said, it's not going to pick up what's going on in Washington, D.C. or in Chicago or anything like that. But there is a way that you can key into that. And this is what we were doing last night. There's an app, okay, and there's probably numerous ones, okay, but there's a reason why we like this one. It's called Scanner Radio. Real difficult to remember. Go on Google Play or Apple Play or whatever it is and look for the app called Scanner Radio, and you can download it. Now, there's a free trial. I have nothing to do with this company. I'm just telling you what I use, okay? There's a free trial. You can check it out. It's, if you want to subscribe to it, it's $30 a year or it's $4 a month, okay? So you can listen to it. But the key is you can program it to give you alerts. Now, this is where it gets important. Last night, for example, well, you program it once, I don't know, say you want, once 1,000 people are listening to that particular scan, it'll give you an alert. Hey, something's going on in London, Kentucky, or whatever. You might want to listen into this. So you're not trying to scan the entire country or anything. But think about this for an SHTF situation. Let's say you program it in for 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever amount of people listening you want to know. And an EMP goes off. War is declared. We talk about all the time about how we may not know what happened until long after it's happened, unless you've already set up a warning system for yourself. Now, if all of a sudden there is some sort of disaster like this, a war, an EMP, anything where the police, the military, the FBI, or whatever, is going to be transmitting a situation, which of course there's going to be tons of radio traffic at that point, provided we still have cell phone communications, internet communications, radio communications, somehow that you can pick it up, then because the more advanced warning you have, the better you're going to be able to prepare for when it comes to your backyard. And it's coming, okay? If an EMP goes off, if war is declared, if the Chinese invade or whatever, it's coming. If the Venezuelan gangs start coming through your town and there's a huge dragnet, you know what's coming. If the roads are going to be blocked off, you know what's coming. It's the best early warning system that you can get is scanning into police communications. Like I said, as best you can get it. If they've got them scrambled and you can't get your local police department, there's nothing you can do about it, okay? But if it's not, let's say, for example, maybe you can't get the city police, but you can get the county police, or you can't get the county police, but you can get the state police, something. If it's big enough, there's going to be multiple agencies that are going to be on multiple channels conversing about what's going on. And you can learn. I mean, the whole point of YouTube or social media or anything is to share information. Right? Okay. It's the whole reason I started this channel, is so that we could all share information. We're all trying to gather information to make ourselves more safe, to have more advanced warning. Take a look at a police scanner. Like I said, that one's under $200. That's not expensive. Take a look at the app that I showed you, or look for another one. It's not like I'm saying this one, it just happens to be the one that we use. Okay, take a look at it, because forewarning is going to make you much better prepared for when there's a shooter on the highway near you, when there's a roadblock near you, when the election comes up and there's chaos in neighborhoods. Maybe you only need this for a couple of months. Do the free trial or something. Check it out. Look at it. Maybe it's worth $8 to have it for the next 2 months until November 5th. Because I can pretty much bet every one of us is going to want to know what craziness is going on in cities and towns near us as election results come in, so we know whether we can go to bed or whether we need to strap up. Pinball out.